What's good, YouTube? I go by Cam Chum, but you can just call me Cam. We got the Madden 26 ratings. Madden 26 have officially released the ratings for each and every single position. I did see this trending all over on social media. I did notice those, but I just thought I'd probably make a video about it and give you all my thoughts about these rays right here. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to go ahead and jump. We're going to start with the top 10 quarterbacks. As we see, we got Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson as a 99 overall. Now, I think the reason they put both of those at a 99 because there has been a debate as to who should have won the MVP of last season between either Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. And to be real, I think they got it right. I think Josh Allen was the right pick for MVP. And it's not because that Lamar Jackson doesn't deserve it. I mean, I definitely understand why a majority of people would have picked Lamar Jackson. He has Derrick Henry. You guys know that, right? He has Derrick Henry. So that's a lot of help right there when we're talking about Lamar Jackson. Well, and you can say that Lamar Jackson does not have any great weapons besides that. Well, neither does Josh Allen does. And he has a lesser type of running back. He had James Cook, who is good now. But he's not no Derrick Henry there. So James Cook was, I think he was a solid running back, but he wasn't elite yet. But now I think we're looking at him as an elite running back now. But he had to work with less weapons than Lamar Jackson had. I mean, a lot of people were saying that the Buffalo Bills were not going to make the playoffs last year because of all the losses they had last offseason, which they lose Stephon Diggs and some other good players. Well, especially their defense. He carried that team all the way to the championship game, going up against Patrick Mahomes, and even though they lost, they still got there. So all the credit has to go to Josh Allen, and even with the use of his legs. I know Lamar Jackson uses his legs, but also Josh Allen. So I think they got it right. Now, Joe Burrow ahead of Patrick Mahomes. Now, that is interesting to me because I'm pretty sure Patrick Mahomes got more wins than Joe Burrow. Now, I know that Joe Burrow has beaten Patrick Mahomes a few times there before, even that one time there in the playoffs that got into that one Super Bowl appearance. But Patrick Mahomes should always be in the top three. Okay, he has to be a top three. And you got him lower than Joe Burrow? Like, come on, EA. You gotta do better than that. Matthew Stafford. I mean, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair rating. Matthew Stafford's still good, even in his old age. You got Jared Goff at 87. You got Justin Herbert at 86. You got Justin Herbert right next to Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I'm next to Jalen Hurts. And you know, there's a funny thing about the ratings. By the way, we got Baker Mayfield and Jane Daniels. Now, Jane Daniels at 85 is egregious. That's very egregious. He should be much higher than that. He should be like somewhere close to the 90. Close to a 90 there at least. I definitely like Baker Mayfield. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he definitely exploded last year with those 40 touchdown passes. And I think he had a high interception ratio, I believe. But he still threw 41 touchdowns. So, not taking any credit away from Baker Mayfield. The way that Jane Daniels carried that team, an average or below average roster, and took that team all the way to the championship game, that should tell you something right there. So, to me, if you ask me, he should be in the top 5 to me. Like, I think he should be like number 5. That's my opinion. Like, I think he's the best quarterback in the entire NFC as for now. Now, of course, I'm not surprised that Jordan Love's not in the top 10, but by the end of this upcoming season, he'll be in the top 10, if not top 5. Trust me on that. Now, back to Justin Herbert. There should be no reason that Justin Herbert should be anywhere close to a Jalen Hurts' level. Okay, Jalen Hurts got to the Super Bowl for the second time. Now, obviously, you got Saquon Barkley there, of course, but darn it, he made it to a second Super Bowl. And do you know, when you look at this list, Out of these 10 quarterbacks, do you know that Justin Herbert is the only quarterback who has yet to win a playoff game? He's the only quarterback who has not won a playoff game. And I'll say this right now, I would take C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love over Justin Herbert. Okay, that's just me. Okay, now I know he had a great season. I think he had like what, less than 5 interceptions. Now that's incredible right there with the weapons that he's working with. But how many playoff wins did that lead him to? Because I remember that playoff game, it was bad. Okay, he had a number of interceptions, so I did not recognize Justin Herbert right there. So if he wants to creep up into the top 5-ish, although I'm not sure if he ever will, but if you want to keep crawling your way up inside the top 10, he has to have some playoff success. Okay, he needs to have the playoff success here in order to be a more successful quarterback, and he hasn't done much of anything there yet. Okay, he hasn't done that. So there you have the top 10 quarterbacks for Madden 26. Obviously, not a great start right here, having Patrick Mahomes lower than Joe Burrow, and having Justin Herbert next to Jalen Hurts. I mean, come on now. And Jaden Daniels being as low as 85. Need to be much higher than that. So, already got some wrong here in this quarterback rankings. But I guess I shouldn't be that surprised, right? Alright, now we got the top 10 wide receivers. Ooh, we got Jamar Chase. Got a lot of receiving yards from Joe Burrow. I mean, this probably had to be done considering how bad of their defense was. But this dude, Jamar Chase, this man is special. And then, of course, you got Justin Jefferson. I mean, this guy has been a 99 for the past, 2 or 3 seasons now? I mean, this guy is just a monster. I mean, he's a freak of nature. I be having nightmares every single time I be going to sleep, for crying out loud, okay? This guy is a freak of nature. Amon St. Brown at 96. How do y'all feel about this? Being a top 3 wide receiver? I personally don't. I mean, I would have put Tyreek Hill up there, although he probably might have had a down year because of Tua's injury. That's probably why he doesn't make it in the top 3. You also got CD Lamb at 95 as well. You also got Scary Terry at a 94. Do y'all think he should be in the top 5? You got the ageless Mike Evans still doing his thing. A.J. Brown up there as well at 93, though. Now, I heard that the Eagles were not doing a lot of throwing there last season. I think that's probably why A.J. Brown went down to 93, because they were not throwing the football a lot, and they were incredibly reliant on Saquon Barkley. So I can definitely understand that, but I think this upcoming season, they're going to have to throw the ball more. If they do that, then for sure A.J. Brown would have been ranked a little bit higher there on this list. So I guess I see why A.J. Brown would be at 93. Drake London at 91? I mean, he did got a number of catches last season, but sheesh. A 91. He's in the top 10. And Devontae Adams at 90? Are you kidding me? He's at 90. He should be like in a 94. Come on now, man. 90? You're putting Devontae Adams at a 90? That's outrageous to me, man. He's still producing even in his older age. I mean, he's not that old, but he's still producing. I mean, he's still quick with his feet. Okay, knows how to make a release. Knows how to make defenders fall down. I mean, he is still that dude. And until I see him fall off, his ranking should be higher than a 90. I mean, come on, EA, really? And this is coming from the Packers fan. I always got the utmost respect for Devontae Adams. Now, if there are other guys who should be on the list, what about Malik Neighbors? I mean, it's his rookie season. Now, they probably didn't put him in the top 10 because he was a rookie, I guess. But I think Malik Neighbors should be in the top 10, if you ask me. You should put him up there. What about Puka Nacua? What about him? Where's Puka Nacua? Now, obviously, this is a stacked wide receiver group, so it's probably hard to put any of those guys there in the top 10, but that's just a consideration. But I guess this top 10 wide receiver group is fine, although I did not expect Drake London to be making it inside the top 10. And Devontae Adams is ridiculously low right there. But other than that, I guess this is fair. Now we got the running backs, and surprise, surprise, Saquon Barkley at a 99. I mean, he had a historic season. I mean, now I still didn't like the fact that the Eagles decided to sit him down that last game for him to potentially break Eric Dickerson's record, but they did win the Super Bowl, so at least they made up for that. So obviously, this is well deserved for Saquon Barkley. Then you got Derrick King Henry at 98, Jameer Gears at a 95. I mean, this guy is insanely fast. I mean, this guy's a freak. He's also a guy that gives me nightmares as a Packers fan. Christian McCaffrey at 94, even though he only played 4 games last year. Bijan Robinson at a 92. He's number 5. Yeah, he was definitely really, really good there for the Falcons. Joe Mixon at a 91 there. I mean, this guy showed out there for the Houston Texans. Despite how bad the offensive line looked, he was really, really good. Josh Jacobs at a 90. Josh Jacobs at a 90. Did y'all watch Josh Jacobs last season? Did y'all see the way how Josh Jacobs was stiff-arming their players? He even made some juke moves and I guess the Dolphins. I remember that game. Did y'all watch the Packers? This probably not a Packers fan, but still, I'm gonna back up Josh Jacobs on this. He needs to be in the top 5. Like, are you kidding me? You got Josh Jacobs at a 90? A 90. I'll tell you what. As much as Christian McCaffrey, when he's healthy, he's definitely a top 5 running back, but he didn't play last season. I would put Josh Jacobs ahead of Christian McCaffrey right now. I would put him ahead of him. And probably even Bijan Robinson, too. He's definitely nice. I think Josh Jacobs is better than Bijan Robinson, if you ask me. So I would put Josh Jacobs in the top 5. A 90? Come on, EA. This is extremely absurd. And even James Cook, an 89? He should be in the 90s, man. What is this? Jonathan Taylor, an 88. Now, I don't know what his stats look like there this past season, so I'm not going to comment much here. And then you got Kenneth Walker at number 10. But Josh Jacobs at 90 is extremely insane. Extremely insane. He needs to be in the top 5. That is extremely ridiculous. Like, come on, man. Oh, what about Aaron Jones? I just feel like there's no Aaron Jones up there. He used to be talked about as a top 10 running back. No Aaron Jones. Wow. And even though he's on the Minnesota Vikings, why is he not in the top 10? Alright, we're moving on to the top 10 tight ends, and George Kittle is not a 99 apparently, he's just a 98. That's kind of confusing to me. Travis Kelce, now he had a down year last year, so, and ahead of Terry McBride. Now, obviously, Travis Kelce is definitely one of the top tight ends of all time, of course, but he's pushing 40 now, right? He's getting closer to hitting his 40s right now, so he's kind of in the decline. I would put Trey McBride over Travis Kelce right now. I mean, he had a better season. I would put Brock Bowers over Kelce. Okay, despite him being a rookie, he was putting up those numbers when the Raiders were not very good. I would put those guys ahead of Kelce, if you ask me. And Mark Andrews, I mean, I guess I would probably put him lower because I would put Mark Andrews lower than he is right now at a 91 because of that drop he had in that playoff game. Okay, T.J. Hawkinson 88. I accidentally skipped David Njoku. My bad. He is at an 89. Dallas Goedert at an 87. Sam Laporta at an 86. Was he a 90 overall in the previous Madden game? I don't really remember that. I think Laporta had a bit of a down year last season, if I'm not mistaken. So I think 86 is fair. And then Evan Ingram at a number 10. What about Tucker Kraft? What about Tucker Kraft? He's a top 10 tight end. Now, honestly, I'm not going to put him top 5 there right now, there, of course, because obviously you got these guys right here, but I think he will be a top 5 by the end of the season. But he should be a top 10 right now. You don't have Tucker Kraft there in their top 10? Yo, the disrespect on my team is insane. The disrespect on my team is wild. Tucker Kraft is a top 10 tight end. He literally showed that last season. Come on now. All right, we got the top 10 offensive linemen. You got Lane Johnson at 99. And now Trent Williams. Now, I heard Trent Williams used to be up there as the number 1 tackle there in the league. But I think he was battling through injury, so I guess he had to drop. Do you guys think Lane Johnson should be in 99 overall? I didn't pay too much attention to the old line. I know they're definitely great. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not sure if he's number 1. Now, Penei Sewell is definitely great. Obviously, he should be in the top 3 for sure on the Detroit Lions. Tristan Wirfs, do y'all think he should be in 96? You guys let me know. Jordan Mailata is at 96? Wow. So 2 of the Eagles' offensive tackles at 96. They're really that elite, huh? Wow. You also got Quinn Meinerz at a 95 for the Broncos. Okay. Craig Humphreys at 94 overall for the Chiefs. You got Chris Lindstrom, 94 for the Falcons at 94. Also, Larry Thompson at 94. And Joe Tooney, at a 93. How do you guys feel about these rankings of the top 10 of the offensive line? You guys let me know. I think it's probably fair. Yeah, I think it's probably fair. I guess Lane Johnson there deserves it. So shout out to Lane Johnson being the best offensive lineman. All right, we got the top 10 cornerbacks. And the disrespect for PlayStation 2 is insane. He was the defensive player of the year, and you don't put him at a 99? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I guess I should not be surprised. I mean, these ratings of the man is a joke every single year. Every single year is a joke. And you put Christian Gonzalez as your number 2? Now, he's definitely good. I'll give you that. But a 95, and he's the second best? And Sauce Gardner, he is the lead, but not last year. Not last season. Trent McDuffie at 94. Jalen Ramsey as a number at a 94 as well. Derek Stanley, I would put him as the number 2. I mean, this guy was a beast at the cornerback for the Houston Texans. I would put him as the second best cornerback, in front of Sauce Gardner, in front of Jalen Ramsey, and of course, in front of Christian Gonzalez as well. So that's another screw up right there, EA. Come on, this is screwy. Marlon Humphrey at 92. Jair Alexander, obviously he's a former Packer. Shout out to him. I definitely miss him. Obviously, of course, his injuries led the Packers releasing him. But hopefully he does some great things over there for the Ravens there, man. 91 overall, I think that's fair. As long as he is healthy, he's an elite cornerback. You also have Denzel Ward at 90. And Jalen Johnson at 89. For real? Now, you guys know how I feel about the Chicago Bears. Jalen Johnson is the only player on the Chicago Bears team who I have a lot of respect of. I mean, I remember the very last game of the season when Christian Watson went down that injury. He was the first player to walk off to Christian Watson to make sure he was okay, and he even sit down on his knee praying for him to be okay. Jalen Johnson has a lot of respect. He got my respect, literally. And hey, he's got drafted to the wrong team. So whatever happens with Chicago Bears, if things does not go out his way, hey, shout out to Jalen Johnson. If things does not go over the Bears' way, hey, We are open to having you come be part of our team, Jalen Johnson. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, not having PS2 at a 99 is insane to me. And having Christian Gonzalez at number 2 instead of Derek Stanley, I definitely don't love that at all. All right, top 10 edge rushers. All right, so we got Myles Garrett earning a 99 overall. How do you guys feel about that? You got Micah Parsons at a 98. Better than TJ Watt. Are we sure about that? Because when I watch those two closely, I would take TJ Watt over Michael Parsons if you ask me. Michael Parsons is definitely good. TJ Watt is better. I mean, definitely better. I would say more impactful than Michael Parsons, if you ask me. So I would switch those two up right there. I would switch places with Parsons and TJ Watt right there. Then you got Max Crosby at 96. I would also take Max Crosby over Micah. That's just me. Is it crazy for me to say? It's just the fact that Michael Parsons, even though he's that good, he always shrinks in the biggest moments, especially in the playoffs, especially against my team, there, of course, because he barely did anything against my team. So he still be in the top 5 for sure, but I'm not sure if I'll put him in the top 3. That's just me. And then you got Nick Bosa at 95. Aiden Hudson at 93. Now, imagine if he were to stay healthy, he would definitely make the case to be in the top 5, maybe top 3 edge rusher, but he barely played last season, so. And to have him ahead of Trey Hendrickson, didn't this guy lead the NFL in sacks? That's crazy to me. That is crazy there to me. And despite the Bengals defense did not look very, very good at all last season, Trey Hendrickson was not one of the reasons why. He needs to be in the top 5 to me. Then you got Danielle Hunter at 91. Josh Hines Allen at 90. And Will Anderson at 89. I'm glad that Anderson Jr. getting the respect. Would y'all put Will Anderson in the 90s? You guys let me know. But yeah, I'd say TJ Watt would be the number 2 edge rusher. I would also make an argument that he probably could have been number 1. But Myles Garrett, I think that's fair for him as number 1. I mean, obviously, he's that dude. He's that guy. He's that elite. So, I don't have a problem with Myles Garrett number 1. But I think TJ Watt is a better player than Michael Parsons, to me. And even Trey Henderson over Micah. All right, we got the top 10 linebackers now. We got Fred Warner at a 97 overall. And not a 99. It's a little surprising to me, but I guess that's fair. You got Roquan Smith at a 94 overall. Bobby Ware at a 91. For real? Wow. Bobby Wagner, despite him getting older, how many years has Bobby Wagner played now? I mean, he's been around here forever, man. Forever. And he's still playing as great as he is right now at 91. Wow. Okay. You also got Demario Davis at 90. Lamonte David at 88. Zach Bond at 88 as well. Foresaid Alucon. I'm not sure that's how it's pronounced, but he's at 87 overall. Got Dre Greenlaw at an 86. Bobby Okereke at an 86. And Devin Lloyd at an 85. There's one player that I'm thinking of. Bias warning. Adrian Cooper. I mean, this guy, when he was getting more snaps last season, he played like a top 10 linebacker in this league. And I guarantee you, by the end of this season, he will be a top 10 linebacker. Trust me when I say that. He will be a top 10 linebacker by the end of this season. So, yeah, I don't really have that much complaints here. I would probably put Fred Warner as a 99, but outside of that, I think it's fair. All right, we got the top 10 safeties. Justin Bates the third, Now, he's obviously a great safety there for sure at a 95 overall, but Xavier McKinney. Now, Derwin James had a phenomenal year, but Xavier McKinney should be number one. Okay, that shouldn't even be a question. Xavier McKinney should be a number one safety in the NFL. I mean, he knows how to shut down those passes, whatever gets thrown his way. I mean, early in the season, he had an interception almost every single game. I mean, this guy, in his first year as a Green Bay Packer, was a beast. He was a beast. And you don't have him as your number one? Jesse B's definitely great. Don't get me wrong. Xavier McKinney is my number one safety in the NFL. Okay? He's my number one. Alright, you got Buda Baker at 92. Minka Fitzpatrick also at 92. Antoine Winfield at 91. Kyle Hamilton at a 90. Kirby Joseph at a 90. Brian Branch at an 89. And that old man Harrison Smith at an 88 overall. Now, how do you guys feel about these line safeties? Either Kobe Joseph or Brian Branch led the league in interceptions. I'm not sure if they're that good in coverage. Okay, I'm not sure about that. Because Xavier King would never. They would never allow a lot of yards that gets on his way. Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch, I need to see more from those two guys. But I think it's fair, though. I think it's fair. The only thing I see the issue is that Xavier McKinney is not number one. All right, that's literally it. All right, and we now have the top 10 defensive linemen. All right, so first off, we got Chris Jones at a 97 overall. Obviously, he's been to a number of Super Bowls there for sure. So, obviously, he got to be in the top two and not number one. And at least he's definitely number one, so definitely well-deserved. And then Dexter Lawrence also at a 97 overall. Derek Brown at 95. Plays for the Panthers, okay. Dang, Cameron Hayward. Dang, he's been in the league forever, hasn't he? And he had 94? Wow. Wowzer. Still playing at an elite level? Was he really like that last season? I think he's almost 40 now, right? And he's still playing like a beast? Wow. Alright, you got Vita Vea at a 93 overall for the Bucks. Namdi Madubi. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name. But he has a 93 overall for the Ravens. Jeffrey Simmons at a 92 overall. Quinn Williams at a 91. Jalen Carter at 90. I mean, he was showing out for the Eagles. He really did. And DeForest Buckner at 88. How do you guys feel about these ratings for the defensive linemen? I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's fair. Maybe I would put Chris Jones just a hair up, maybe like a 98. Maybe not 97, but at least a 98. But outside of that, I think it's fair. We got the top 10 kickers. We got Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboys at an 87. Then we got Chris Boswell at an 85. Harrison Buckner, they're at an 82 overall. Kami Fairbairn, 80. Chase McLaughlin at a 79. Cameron Dicker at a 79. Jason Meyer, 79. Cairo Santos for the Bears at 78. Jake Elliott for the Eagles at 78. I'm actually surprised that he's a bit that high. I thought he was going to be lower than that. And Younghoe Ko at 78. Where is Brandon McManus? Wait, maybe the reason they put Tom McManus up there was because he only played like half the season. So, okay, I definitely understand. But I think he's going to be very, very good for the Packers there this upcoming season, though. So, I think by the end of the season, he'll be a top 10 kicker in the league. That's just me. But alright, I think that's the last list I'm going to go to. The punters. We got A.J. Cole for the Raiders at an 85. You got Logan Cook at an 83. Michael Dixon also an 83 for the Seahawks. Uh, Cole, Corey Bajorowitz and an 82 for the Browns. Brian Anger and 81 for the Cowboys. Bradley Pinion for also an 81 for the Falcons. J.K. Scott an 80. Really, he's that good? Jax Fox at a 79 for the Lions. Bryce Barger at 79. And Tommy Townsend at 79. How do you guys feel about the top 10 punters? Alright, so that is it. Going through with these Madden 26 ratings. There were some good ratings, but also some bad ones. But, again, who is surprised by this? Like, there was a ton of wrong. I mean, Josh Jacobs outside the top 5 is wild to me. I mean, absolutely wild right there to me. Patrick Surtain, the third, not being 99 is also insane. And even Jamie McDaniels as low as an 85. There was several wrong right there to me. So I guess it shouldn't be that surprised. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and also please subscribe. And until next time, this is Cam chillin', and I am signing off. Peace.